Good evening, and welcome to this special Anzac Day report. Anzac Day is a very important day to most Australians. Both Australia and New Zealand commemorate Anzac Day in order to remember all the members of the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. It is a special day to remember the brave Anzacs who fought or lost their lives at Gallipoli during World War I. For Australia, as like many nations, the First World War caused many losses in terms of deaths, casualties, and the emotional strain on the soldiers' families left behind. From a population of fewer than 5 million, 300,000 men enlisted, of which over 60,000 lost their lives and 156,000 were wounded or taken prisoner. Anzac Day is a day when all Australians remember the courage and bravery it took for all the soldiers to sacrifice their lives and go off to war for the pride of Australia. We now cross to our reporter.
In just a few hours' time, where I'm standing will be filled with thousands of people gathering for the dawn service to remember not only the fallen Anzacs, but those who lived to tell the horrific tale. Our Australian soldiers had a massive amount of determination and compassion. Mateship is a term we use loosely and is quintessentially an Australian word. It was a familiar word the Anzacs associated themselves with. It symbolised how a man would die for his mate and showed a great deal of loyalty to his country. Now here's Professor Andrew Watkins of Cambridge University, historian and World War I expert.
Now, fighting in World War I created a very pride-filled and strong country and showed the rest of the world we could present ourselves as a united front. Most thought it would be a short war, that they would serve 6 weeks and come home as heroes, but that 6 weeks turned into 8 months and 60,000 of the Anzacs had lost their lives. The assassination of the heir to the Austrian throne, the Archduke Franz Ferdinand, at Sarajevo on the 28th of June, was the trigger of this war. On the 28th of July, Austria declared war on Serbia. The 1st of August, Germany then declared war on Russia. And on the 3rd of August, Germany declared war on France. And thus World War I had begun. On the 4th of August, Britain declared war on Germany, and it all ended on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918. You would think that the world would learn that war only results in bad consequences, but since then Australia has been involved in several armed conflicts in Korea, Vietnam, and more recently, Iraq.
Australian people should never forget what all the participants in the war have done for our country. They sacrificed themselves in a brave and selfless act, and for this we remember them as heroes. Even though most of these men have been lost to the cruel events of war, the Anzac spirit lives on, and we will never forget this.